Hello, Guardians, and welcome to Destiny Reset, episode 77. This podcast is about anything and everything related to Destiny the game. If you love playing Destiny as much as we do, you're in the right place. This reset, it's the start of the new year. Friends of the Dirt Fam share some messages, and we have some New Year's challenges.
Hey, Cyborg and Arrow. It's JC Jesse from Dad Tales Podcast. I got some of the guys with me. We're down on the street on the last city of Earth, like right below the tower. I got Rocker, Boost, Stu, and Barbecue with me. And so we figured we'd just go out and ask some people some questions on the street and see what's going on down here in the city, you know, because we're always up at the tower. So let's see. Who wants to go first, guys? Let's go out and try and get some questions from some people down here.
Sir, hey you and the yellow hat with the monkey. I got a question for you.
Hey, what can I do for you?
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel with the giant outbreak of SIVA? What's up with all these people in drags?
Oh, you're talking about the SIVA. Well, what's happening is that there's people and they're fornicating with the Fallen. And they're kind of getting, like, infected with SIVA.
Do you think it's the forearms that gets them going?
I definitely do, because if I had someone wrapping forearms around me, I love it. So, thanks. I'll go. I'll go get to work.
All right, thank you for your time.
No problem. Have a good day.
Hey, guys, Rocker here. Let's ask this lady a question. Excuse me, Miss. Hey, I got a question for you.
Hello?
Hi, Miss. I was just wondering... are you ever scared that this big purple ball that's just kind of floating due to space magic, quote unquote, is going to fall on your head?
No, not at all. But you know what I am concerned about is that all the time we're walking around down here and I'm going and I'm shopping and I look around and all of a sudden a soccer ball falls on my head. It's ridiculous. And not only that, there's guardians following all over the place. It's crazy.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
No problem. You have a great day.
You guys are asking some weird questions, man. Boost, maybe you got a better question for these randoms down here.
My name is Boost from the Dad Tales Podcast. Can I ask you a question?
You ask me whatever you need to.
What type of weapon balance would you like to see in the future?
What type of weapon balance would I like to see in the future? Well,
for the future of Destiny.
I don't know nothing about no Destiny, but, you know, I like to see, like, it'd be pretty cool if you got like a pyramid or something like that, and then you put a weapon on top of it, and it just balanced and just sat there, and you just stare at it.
Well, I'm thinking about I'm thinking more along the lines of, because all these, I'm sure you've seen them, these broken hand cannons that are just flying like off the tower. Like, you don't see them all over your streets. These broken hand cannons everywhere?
Yeah, I see that, man, but but hear me out. You get like a pyramid, and then you balance a weapon on top of it. And then me and my buddies, we like to do is we like to take like red Solo cups, and we put them on either end and see if we can balance them. It's really cool. I gotta tell you. But hey, thanks for your time. I gotta get going. I'll talk to you a little bit later. All right?
All right, I didn't really answer my question, but okay.
A bunch of weirdos out on the street here today.
Dude, I'm trying to
ask, like,
see if we got some better luck.
Dude,
I think we're gonna get some better luck here.
These guys are off the hook. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous out here.
I just don't get it. Maybe we'll have more luck with this person over here.
Stu, watch out! Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh!
Learn how to drive, you maniac!
Be careful, dude. Watch out.
All those rusted cars out there.
I know.
Jeez.
Right
here, let me get this guy over here. Let me get this guy. Excuse me, sir.
That guy looks.
Yeah, he looks like an idiot. Sir, can I have a moment of your time, please?
Absolutely. You just, whatever you need, you let me know.
Well, I don't mean to brag here, but I'm talking to Stu from the Dad Tales Podcast. So can I ask you a couple questions on behalf of the guys?
That means absolutely nothing to me. But apparently it means something to you. So please, by all means, ask me anything you want.
That means something to literally tens of people. All right.
You don't have to be rude, okay?
I'm on a T-shirt. You may recognize me from this very T-shirt I'm wearing.
I can see it. It has your name right there on the T-shirt, but it looks like you have tape over all these other names. I'm not really quite sure what's going on with that.
Oh. Well, I mean, listen. Hey, who's asking the questions here, buddy? Let's get this thing back on track.
I have no idea what the heck is going on here. You
all
seem
right,
to be pretty concerned
this
with
interview's
yourself.
over.
Well, okay.
This interview's over.
All right, you have a good day. Carry on.
Oh, that guy was rude.
That's rough, Stu.
How does he not know me?
I don't know. You are the Stu Gotts. I mean,
the content
I'm
creator.
gonna go eat my feelings. I'll be back.
All right, man.
watch out. That you look like me.
Hold on. I may see a guy over here. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question? I was just wondering, do you have any thoughts on Destiny 2?
Bull crap!
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
So yeah, great. Cyborg and Arrow, back to you, and the Derp Fam.
Hello, Guardians, and welcome to Destiny Reset Podcast, our New Year's special. This is Arrow Knight.
And Cyborg.
What's up, dude?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I guess by the time everybody hears this, it'll be 2017.
A few days in.
Yep.
The first reset of 2017.
That's right. But we're still in 2016 as we record. If anything crazy happens New Year's Eve, we don't know about it yet.
We don't.
So, how are
Not
you?
yet. I'm good, man. I'm good. How about that intro, that little skit, right? Was that
Thanks to Dad Tales podcast.
Much appreciated, funny dudes.
Yeah.
Doing some funny things.
They've gotten to where they do regular skits at the top of their show. So we thought it would be fun to invite them over to do something cool for ours for this special episode.
We were a part of one of those just a few weeks ago, #CrushFam.
That's right. Keeping it real.
Anyways, dude, you been doing all right?
Yeah, man. Have a Merry Christmas. How about you?
Yeah, it was great, man.
It's good to be back. We've been gone for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, fun family time, and time to get back on the recording schedule.
That's right. It's back to the real world. Well, let's kick off the show with some announcements. It's time for my geography lesson of the week. This is the part of the show where you, the listener, can send us a email or a tweet or a carrier pigeon. Let us know who you are, where you're from, what's so special about that place, and your favorite class in Destiny.
What podcast was it? I feel like, sorry to interrupt, every time you say geography lesson of the week, I feel like I should say of the week. Was that our show? Was that Weekend Confirmed? I don't think it was. Of the week. All right, sorry. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Tangent. I don't remember that.
you remember we're Weekend Confirmed fans. If there's any
it might have been from that.
Listeners out there.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, the geography lesson.
Yes, let's get back to that.
It's time for that. So we got a pseudo geography lesson last week from Twitter from our friend Anon Pig, and after we did the show, he said, "Hey, I didn't really mean that for a geography lesson, but since you asked,
it's like that was just a tweet, guys.
Yeah, let me send you a real one." So he emailed us his geography lesson, and it goes a little something like this. He writes, "When you first talked about my state, you said you forgot about us. Well, that's for a reason, and it's purposeful. Connecticut is portrayed in media as a joke-rich land where Chads and Stacys wear their pastel polo shirts and whatever the hell a Stacy wears, but this is not true. Connecticut is actually a land of once infamy. Well, I suppose I'll just come out and say it. We're very closely tied to the realm of the supernatural. The barrier between our world and the next is exceptionally thin here. Stephen King originally portrayed everything in Connecticut after driving through on vacation, but the government stepped in. Feel free to ask him. To name a few actual places. Guntown Cemetery in Naugatuck is very old and is on the Warrens' map of haunted locations. The Sterling Opera House in Derby, the very own Harry Houdini once performed here, and some say you can still hear people applaud the long-gone performances. Dudleytown is referred to as the town of the damned, because they were. And there's even a cursed land, which may bring you joy, sorrow, or even death. Up in Hubbard Park in Meriden, if you see a black dog with sad eyes once, you'll have good luck. Twice will bring bad luck, but 3 times and you're sure to die. My friend saw it twice himself that night, and he hit every red light on the way home. There's also a place where the Fae once lived. A very sad woman lived out in there long ago with her husband. To try to bring her joy, he built her a tiny village, and it brought joy for her because it brought the fairies out. They recognized her as a queen and built her a throne, but forced her to axe her husband. Rumor is if you sit on her throne, you'll die. I went there myself, but no one sat on it. We got burgers after at this place called Maggie McFly's, and oh my god, it's so good. Lastly, my mother's house. Freaky stuff happened there. Demons and restless spirits were my friends growing up, according to my sisters. My mom doesn't want to talk about it. Along with a geography lesson, I'll give you an English language lesson. Locals call us Connecticuters, which is an awful misuse of the language. It's a play on New Yorker, but really we're Connecticutians, but perhaps Connecticuter comes from our other nickname, Nutmegger. Dating back to long ago, a prime export of this state was actually nutmeg. And well, we were scoundrels. For every barrel of nutmeg exported, we'd put wooden replicas in the bottom half. We'd cut it with flour, if you know what I mean. But enough of this doom and gloom. We have fantastic pizza, best in the world. Come down into southern Connecticut and be sure to check out Zupardi's in West Haven. Our others all along East and New Haven. We also have a magical land called the Stone Garden for our strong longboarding community. This is a place of legend. You're not allowed to say where it is, only bring those worthy to the place. It gives a new beauty to the dead land. All the roads in this untouched graveyard are smooth and winding and all lead down to the mausoleum. Take any path you want, a nice straight shot, or a twisting path that wraps around the lake. All in all, Connecticut is just a regular place like anywhere else.
Yeah, he probably could have cut into about 2 or 3 paragraphs sooner and said enough with the doom and gloom.
Yeah. This would have been like a good Halloween geography lesson.
It would have been excellent. Maybe we should have banked it for that long.
This is scary, man. Yeah. But thanks for sending that along.
Yes.
A non-pig.
I got to ask you, are you doing your little thing where you're like really trying to enunciate and say Connecticut?
No, that's how you're supposed to say it.
See, I guess I'm like the rest of a lot of the population. I just say Connecticut.
No? I have a problem with how to say words, okay?
Oh.
I'll work on it.
That's okay. You don't need to work on it. It's cute, Cyborg. Everybody loves it.
I don't want to be cute.
You're a warlock. You're supposed to be scary.
Yeah, mysterious.
Okay.
Moving on.
It's getting weird.
T-shirt contest. The Derp Fam T-shirt. Now,
Scuff Controller.
We're giving everybody to the 3rd to submit their T-shirt designs,
which is
for an
right
opportunity.
Now when you're listening to this.
That's right. For an opportunity to win a Scuff Controller.
We tweeted it out. We hope we get even more submissions, and we've gotten some already. We appreciate it. We're enjoying getting them. We like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to pick one.
So after that, in the coming future, probably 1 to 2 weeks, we'll announce a winner. And so keep your eyes peeled to Twitter to see if you win.
Yes.
That awesome SCUF controller. I wouldn't mind having one of those. So
yeah,
if I had any graphic design talent, I would have entered that.
I know we don't. We've talked about this before, but you don't have an Elite still yet, right?
Not yet. I almost pulled the trigger, but I ended up buying some other crap instead with my Christmas money.
Yeah, you probably could buy several things instead of one Elite controller.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, as you're listening to this, the deadline is hit, but we are super pumped because this shirt, our goal for this shirt is to represent the Derp fam.
That's right.
See down the road a picture with a bunch of the Derp fam sporting it at Guardian Con, hopefully. So
that's the best feeling.
Can't wait.
So when we see you guys wear them.
Hey, Cyborg.
Yeah, man.
How was your reset? I wanted to do it so bad first time, 2017, even though we're not recording in 2017.
You
as
win.
you're listening to this.
Good job. I
Actually,
didn't even think about that.
It just hit me. I wasn't like planning it. Just right.
My past couple of resets have been great. I've been staying really busy, playing quite a bit because with the dawning upon us, gave us a new book to, take a good long laundry list of achievements to take on in SRL and in strike scoring.
See, it's so great there's two of us because we always somehow seem to balance each other out because I haven't really tackled much of that book.
It just gave me something to aim for, and I was, all the new stuff. I have to say, I've really enjoyed. SRL's been fun, but adding the strike scoring, both in the heroics and the Nightfall, I felt really gave it just enough to make it fun for me.
Yeah,
because we've talked about I don't play a lot of strikes just because, but I've played more strikes in the past 2 weeks, I feel like, than I've played in the past year.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. You get the bounties, it gives you a objective, and then you're trying to complete the objectives in the books. You can unlock stuff, and I was doing that in both Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, so you've been tearing away at PS4.
Yep. Got my little hunter up to $3.99, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. Super quick. See, I haven't been. I've probably done 5 races. That's about the gist of my SRL running right now. So
not much, man.
No, I'd like to do some more, but I don't know that I might have mentioned it on the last episode, but I kind of just told myself, you know what? Over this break, we got a week off. We got some time off works. Try to fit in some X1 grindage. And I've been trying to focus on that. And you know what? I told Discord today, after our little run last night, you ran the Nightfall with me last night, you and Darth Digits. I'm now 382. So I call that trials ready.
Yeah, you're pretty much there.
Yep. Matter of fact, I ran some before we started recording, but I'm pumped, dude. Like I've been talking about it long enough, and it's pretty funny now. We both have characters on each console. It's actually funny. A couple of times we've ended up on the opposite console of each other instead of playing together on the same console. So now I'm on Xbox and you're on PlayStation.
I know. It's the other night.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm going to do some stuff on Xbox, and I was like, I was going to go do stuff on PS4 tonight.
It's like we didn't realize this was going to be a problem.
I know.
But, dude, I got to give a shout out because Dreadnought and Joe Meaden and you and
Darth
Digits, ran the Nightfall. You guys ran some strikes. Ton of strikes, and I got some crazy great drops. Last night we played, dude. That was last night, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went from 371 to 381 in like 3 hours. I was getting some crazy excellent drop timing,
Yeah, that I think the same for me. I jumped from like 360 something to 370 pretty quick, and then 370 to 380 was pretty quick too. If you just are running the right stuff. There's so much variety of activities that you can, even if you just went after it for one night, like you can just keep going and knock stuff out.
We were talking about people who maybe aren't quite as deep into this game as we are, and some of the community, and it's like I knew immediately when I needed a ghost and an artifact. It was like, all right, we need to stop doing strikes. Let's go to the forge. And then instantly get, it's like instant artifact ghost. All right, I got those. Let's go back to strikes.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's been fun. I've had a lot of fun playing on the PS4.
How many raids have you fit in on PS4 already? You, right? You probably
at
raided
least
more
3
than me at this point.
At least 3. I know I did one this week, last week. I think the week before that, either 3 or 4. I don't remember exactly at this point, but I got to give a shout out to all the guys that I've raided with past couple weeks who have been nice enough to invite me along every week and make sure I get that raid done. And
pulling that PS4 Dirt Fam card.
Yep. Had some fun times with those guys. It's really cool getting to play with a lot of people that I've, gotten to know to an extent, just, in Discord and messages and stuff over the past year or two. But now I actually get to play with those guys.
It's really cool, dude, because even if they have both consoles, everybody's got a main console,
Right.
So it's just neat to be able to hop over and be like, oh yeah, I've chatted with you so much on Discord.
Yeah.
Let's actually
we're like,
play
wow,
the
we're
game
playing together for the first time.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Really
it's
cool.
fun, and I'll tell you what, I hate to say it, but I'm having a ton of fun playing Hunter, especially in PvE. The jump alone makes the Hunter so much fun to play in PvE.
Yeah.
Because
I feel the same about PvP, dude.
Yeah.
Past few weeks, I've been running my Hunter quite a bit. Not few weeks, past couple months. But yeah, dude, something about that class is
I think just
appealing.
being stuck as a floofy warlock for so long, just the ability to just hop around crazy is
it's just
so
the
novel
classic.
to me.
You feel like you're playing a different game, especially you. Like, I'm just switching subclass. You switch consoles, a brand new subclass like you've mentioned already, and it's just like you're playing a different game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, and then going through all the old story and stuff again has been interesting. Playing it for the first time with the way that they restructured the quest system to kind of lead you along has been interesting. So, trying to go back and experience all that, and
very cool. Yeah, we were talking about
really
that
fun
last night.
I'm really happy that
I
I
go through and do the story again.
I'm really happy I got the PS4 so I can play with more people, and then it's made the game fresh for me again at a point where it may not have been possible otherwise.
Yeah. Well, we've said it a couple of times already. I don't want us to sound like broken records, but there's just something about you're experiencing the same thing I do on Xbox. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's like getting on that fresh console with a fresh account. You think it would stink because you don't have anything, but it actually just makes it fun. It's like all new. It's fresh. I just got the game again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been up to.
Got that $3.99 Hunter already. It's
grinding
crazy.
along, man. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I've gotten some awesome drops and some stuff I really wanted. I got bones, which everybody said, just wait till you get bones, man. And you put that better control. It's not better control, but one of the jumps that gives you better control of your momentum, and then you put bones on. It's crazy.
That's what I run with Night Stalker, dude.
Yeah. And then I've got some guns are really needed. I got a Plan C.
We gotta try and fit in some trials now that you got that Plan C.
Yeah, I got a couple of real good shotguns. So I've got some tools now. Got some stuff to play with.
I still need a shotty on Xbox for Crucible. I'm still rocking the story conspiracy theory, which actually is more than enough, but I miss my PS4 Party Crasher. So gotta try and get me a different shotgun to play with. But you just reminded me, when we were playing last night, running that Nightfall, I remember you said, I wonder what Xur's gonna have tomorrow. And then today I was thinking, and I'm like, dude, I didn't even call him out. He's so in that zone that I was in where you're like, Zur is totally relevant again. Like you want to see what he's going to have for your hunter.
Couldn't wait to find out.
Yeah. That's so funny.
What, so Zur is selling, not legacy, but helmet engrams.
Yeah, what is that?
Non-legacy helmet engrams, current. Is there any particular helmets I want to look out for my hunter?
Well,
I've got Celestial Nighthawk. I just got that one.
Yeah, see, honestly, the only which you're not asking a hunter, so sorry hunters out there if I don't answer properly, but the only helm that I ever really used to use back in the old day was either get the extra golden gunshot, because used to people were instantly like, you don't need that in trials, there's only 3 of them, why do you want 4 shots? But it actually ended up being a pretty cool helmet for that, to give you that extra shot, just to
which one is that?
That's the
Acleophage symbiote?
Yes, I believe so. And then
what does Mask of the Third Man do for you?
Oh, dude, you're testing me right now. It's not my class, bro.
All right, I'm pulling it up. So Graviton Forfeit, I need that one.
Yeah, see, I rocked that for a little bit too, man. But once you put on Bones,
that's true.
I alternate from Shinobis, of course, because double skips. I'll do that for a minute. I'm not the greatest blade dancer ever, and then I'll immediately go back to Bones. So like, I just don't know if, other than, well, you're not even needing to increase your light, but a little bit. I don't know if there's really anything for you to hunt, dude, from that engram.
ATS-8 Arachnid.
Yeah, didn't wear that much.
Golden Gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed and can be kept ready for longer.
It's already crazy cross-map accurate.
And then Mask of the Third Man, Arc Blade attacks use less super energy. I thought that gave you some kind of invisibility stuff too, or am I just pulling that out of my butt?
We need to get a hunter on here, man.
I don't know. There's a few here I'm looking at. I've got Knucklehead Radar, but nobody uses that.
I used to back in the day, way back in the day, but no, not anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know, unless your helmet's $399, you need a 400. I don't know that I'd worry about it.
All right, I'll buy a bunch and we'll just see. I only have like 100 strange coins, so
dude, I have 66 now on Xbox. I was pumped.
Nice. Well, you get them a lot. You can get a lot more now. Like if you just play stuff, you'll get a bunch.
Well, speaking of nothing related to this, because I can always talk about it. Trials, dude. I played some Trials on Xbox.
Yeah, so it's Exodus Blue this week.
Before we started recording, I ran a card and a half.
How's it playing?
It's playing fun. I was telling you before the show, I thought for a split second when I pulled up a stream that it was Frontier, just like the angle I was looking at, and then I realized it was Exodus, and I was pumped because Frontier can be challenging sometimes. But Exodus is, it's flank zone, but I don't know what it is about Exodus. It's great for threes. It's great for trials. I think we've talked about this before last time it was up, but I love
Exodus Blue.
Yep.
It's that's okay like one of my favorite maps. So
yeah, you even like it in 6s, right?
Yeah.
See, it reminds me of like Nuketown and Call of Duty.
Yeah,
people love that stuff, and I just never am a big fan of just running around crazy. I will say in Destiny, it's a little bit more appealing, like Exodus on 6s, but 3s, dude, it just works for trials. And I gotta give a shout out to Vivek and
Archimedes.
I really just want to say
Archimedes.
Archimedes, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that.
Our friend Archimedes.
Archimedes. I wonder what episode that was. Anyways, dude, never played with them before, and I have played.
Me and you play with Arch.
Yeah, I played with Archimedes.
Yeah.
We played some cards together. Got to 7 wins a couple times, so I take that back. But it's been a while, and I gotta say we're doing some work. We played one card, and we got a few losses after 5 wins. We are on our second card. We had some network issues. I think Xbox Live actually is having some issues, but we are 5-0, and we are the last game we played. We lost comms, man, like halfway through, and we still pulled it off 5-4. So
Nice.
I'm just excited to be playing Trials on Xbox, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I got my No Land infused, and I'm 382, so I can get body shot if I'm not careful. But I got my one-shot kill weapons, and I'm having a blast.
So before I forget, I don't know why you reminded me of this, but I got something special as a drop this week.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you had something special for me.
Well, I do, but that's for later. Got that icebreaker, man.
Oh, that's right. I saw that,
It's
dude.
back.
Very
and
nice.
And I had gotten a ornament, the white ornament to drop beforehand, so I plopped that right on.
Oh,
Felt pretty good because the heroics strikes this week were solar burn, so I got to use it to much effect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's icebreaker.
Yeah, I gotta get it. So it just drops. It can drop randomly from that bounty.
It's one bounty that gives you a chance for it to drop. And
Darth
it's the
was making
Nightfall.
sure I picked up the other night.
Yes, it's the Nightfall bounty where you have to complete it under the 30-minute timer with gold. And that bounty is the one that gives you the chance for Icebreaker to drop.
Okay. How many had you turned in before you got it? Was that like...
I think I just had done one a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Second
just
or
a
third
couple.
week you got it?
Yeah. I was pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so good to
I
have
haven't
that.
even done that bounty on PlayStation. I did do it last night on Xbox. Guess I didn't get it.
And then I did get the Nova Mortis and Abaddon, which are the basically Void Lord and Solar Lord machine guns. Those are fun to play with for the burns.
Which we were talking about this, just to clarify for the listeners. All of this stuff you can get after the dawning, right?
As far as I know, from what I have seen, you'll be able to get everything in those quests from...
Of course, the Nightfall bounty will be there. Those will stay.
After the dawning,
but like
you'll still be able to get that stuff.
The heavy machine guns, are you getting those through the book?
One of them, you get the quest from a... so you get... I think this is not Zer's tag. Whose tag is it? One of the tags that you get that opens a gift, one of the big gifts, give you the Void machine gun quest.
Okay.
And then you go and do it. And then after you finish that one, Zavala will give you the quest for the solar version.
So how will that be accessible after the dawning if that package
From
is
what I
there?
understand, it'll just come straight out of the reward.
Oh, okay.
From the book. Yeah. So as opposed to using the tag and opening the gift, I think you'll just get it as if you just open the gift.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What I'm not sure about, that I'm kind of nervous about, is if I'll be able to get any of the SRL rewards in private matches, because there's a few shaders I'm still trying to get.
Yeah.
I have Midas on PS4, but I don't have Midas or Candy Apple on Xbox, and I want to get both of those really bad.
Okay.
So I'm just going to grind a bunch of SRL this weekend.
Those 5 or 6 races I did, I got 3 shaders. Like, they were just dropping like crazy.
Yeah, see, when I first got in, my first, 5 or 10 races, I got a bunch of shaders pretty quick. But then after that,
just stopped.
I didn't get as many. Yeah, so I'm gonna try. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, the dawning's it's definitely a better little piece of content than Festival of Lost was this year.
I think that it really hit a sweet spot for me. And I don't think it's for everybody. I mean, obviously you haven't spent much time in it, and that's okay. The great thing is that pretty much all the stuff will still be there to an extent afterwards. So I think it's one thing I really appreciate is the dawning treasures are going to stick around. So I don't feel compelled to spend a bunch of money on buying those, if I don't want to, because I can still get at least one a week.
Right.
Which I think is great.
See, I think it's just, I think it's a cool thing to have in the universe. When I jump in and race, I'm like, this just feels like it should be in Destiny. Like, it just makes sense. But I don't know, for me, as much of a collector as I am, I feel like you've kept the hold of that. And I don't know if it's because I've just started playing so much PvP that I've kind of feel like I've kind of lost a little bit of the drive to collect everything, you know? And that's maybe part of the reason why I'm like not diving into that book to just finish stuff.
Yeah, I think that's part of what keeps me interested in some of that stuff is I'm like, oh, new stuff to collect. And I think about it and I'm like, I guess I'm just doing this to collect the stuff. I don't know why else, but
yeah, you know,
I think that turns off for some people a little sooner than it does for me, you know? Yeah. But whether that was the impetus or not, either way, I've ended up having a lot of fun along the way. Yeah. So I felt like it was a really nice event for me, and I had fun.
Well, the other thing is, you know, it's like we only have so much time to play, you know? So it's like if an activity's on that you enjoy, like for me, like Trials, like I get on and I'm like, man, I really want to run the Dawning stuff some more, but well, that's the same story with me always. But then there's Trials. Trials is live. It's like, but Dawning's only here for 2 weeks or however long, you know?
Yeah. I guess for me, I just approach it like, okay, this is fresh PvE, basically, or, you know, even in SRL's case, like fresh PvP. But I was like, I'm going to milk this as much as I can, because when it's gone, you know, and I finish it, it'll be probably a lot of PvP. So I'll just take a break from the Crucible, play this stuff until it wears out for me, because I know that, you know, Crucible is what'll keep me interested for the next several months, or until we get something different. So I'm like, I'll put that on the back burner for a while. But
now that I'm running on Xbox more, hopefully you're going to be sporting that shader, and I'm like, dude, where'd you get that? I got it from the Dawning.
Things to make you jealous with. Some cool stuff. Well, sounds like we've had a good time the past couple of weeks while we've been off, you know, even as much as we've played, you know, even allowing plenty of time off to spend with family and
yes, sir.
You know, keeping things straight. So, well, good deal.
We're refreshed.
Yeah, refreshed
for the new year.
So, you ready to get into some news?
Let's get into some news. This
got something kind of fun from a friend of ours. You may be familiar. He's a streamer, friend of the show. I'm the Blue Ranger. Has a segment for us that he likes to call This Guardian Life. And we're going to let you listen to it now. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Funding for This Guardian Life is brought to you by Hake. Looking for reliable weapons without all the flash? Hake provides a variety of weapons designed to vanquish foes without leaving too much of a statement. Do it right. By Hake. It's not often on this show that we discuss other podcasts, but in some cases the conversation is all but required. Some things are just too good not to do a story on, and others are just downright disturbing. This week we will talk about the Destiny Reset podcast and their so-called Derp Fam, a proud collection of individuals who may or may not exist. I'm the Blue Ranger, and welcome back to This Guardian Life. It was roughly 3 months ago that I first ran into the Derp Fam. It was through a charity event built around helping flood victims in Louisiana, and it was a wild success. Nothing seemed out of place, and it went off without a hitch. Then I received an anonymous phone call.
Don't believe them. Don't. The Derp Fam it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Don't believe. I gotta go. Don't believe them.
Naturally, I thought this was just some crazy on Twitch who had gotten my number and was trying to stir up trouble. That was, of course, until I joined the Destiny Reset Discord. I was immediately greeted with open arms and warm welcomes. This would be great, but it all seemed so surreal. Too surreal. I was asked a number of random questions regarding everything from pineapple pizza to jean shorts, aptly referred to as jorts. I answered as to not appear conspicuous and was applauded for my reference to Arrested Development. Later, I asked Cyborg Sasquatch, the podcast host alongside Arrow Knight, what these questions were all about. He simply said, it's just part of the welcoming process. Process. That word lingered in the air for a while. It hit me suddenly that the questions and responses seemed almost generated, as if they were part of an actual process. I went back to the VOD from the charity stream, VOD being an acronym for Video On Demand. Sure enough, the live chat, with the exception of the names I knew personally, including Cyborg and Arrow, was almost robotic, questions and answers being vague enough to fit almost any scenario. I wanted to be sure that this experience wasn't specific to me, so I reached out to some of the viewers that were in chat that day.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
The voice you're hearing is a woman who goes by Kitch on Twitch. She was in the chat that day and had a pretty similar experience.
There was a lot of people in there. Nobody really answered any personal questions, though. Everybody seemed real distant and aloof.
Could you clarify that a little bit? What do you mean?
Well, like, I would ask people, where are you from? And the answer was Canada.
This all started to remind me of an episode of the NBC sitcom Community, where character Jeff Winger, played by Joel McHale, makes up a fake community college class just to get free credits. The dean becomes hip to his plan and creates an entire fake night school filled with fake professors and fake students. This all in an attempt to get back at him. But that's just a TV show. Nothing that preposterous would work in the real world, would it? I dug deeper, spending more time in the Discord chats, playing games when time allowed, and even spending time in some of their streams. Some seem legit, like Hidden, who welcomes you warmly with a face cam. The same cannot be said, though, for the show's host, Arrow Knight. Arrow Knight puts on a fantastic stream. Clean overlay, good chat interaction, a warm welcome like the other chats. But no face cam. I don't believe in coincidences. I had to know more. I had to talk to somebody at the source. So without any warning, no predetermined time, no topics whatsoever, I got Cyborg on the phone. Cyborg?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. So I needed to get a hold of you because I've been kind of digging into some stuff that's been kind of disturbing, and I wanted to basically bring it to you and ask you what was going on.
Disturbing.
Yeah, like the Derp fam.
Well, I mean, they're kind of crazy, you know,
but
they're all cool.
But I'm just noticing some very strange behaviors in there. When I joined the Discord, I got these random questions and I had to answer them in a certain way. Everything didn't go very deep. It was very shallow.
I mean, you know, it's kind of a slow season.
I think what I'm getting at is I got a phone call that said that the Derp fam isn't real, that it doesn't exist.
I mean, any community you're gonna have haters. I mean,
but this didn't seem like that. They seemed
disgruntled people, you know. I mean, you can't please everybody.
But no, he was very convincing, and I went and looked, and it seems like maybe. Do you have like servers set up to act as people?
We have a Discord server, yeah. We have a Discord.
No. I'm talking about like computer programs that act as listeners.
Dude, I don't know anything about programming. I don't even know what you're asking me.
Does Arrow Knight? Because I'm noticing these really strange behaviors in your chats, and I think I'm starting to think that they're not real.
Did somebody like say something to upset you, or
no?
I don't understand. What you're asking me.
I feel like I'm getting involved in a catfish scenario.
What?
None of these people feel real to me. They're robots. Like they gotta be. Just tell me.
I've met people from my community. They were at Guardian Con. You were there.
I didn't even meet you there. And Arrow Knight doesn't use a face cam.
I saw you there.
You did
just
not.
Because we weren't friends yet. What are you talking about?
The truth, Cyborg. I don't know what you're laughing at.
Out of your mind? What are you talking about, dude? Look, I really like you as a friend, you know. I know the holidays can be tough. You've had
What are you getting
time
at?
lately, man.
What are you getting
if there's
at?
something that you need to talk about, I'm here for you.
I'm worried that I'm getting wrapped up in non-existent human beings.
I'm a little worried about that too right now. I don't understand what you're trying to accuse me of.
I think that you have set up fake chatbots to act as the Derp fam. I don't know what's so funny about this.
Who is doing all the speak pipes on my show?
Your cousins? I don't know.
Okay, I have like 40 cousins.
So there's plenty of people right there.
I don't know what to say to you about this. I think we're done here.
Cyborg? I suppose some questions just don't have solid answers. I tried to track down the location of the original call, but it wasn't showing up in any call history logs, almost as if it never happened. When I questioned Kitch, the woman we heard from earlier, she was confused, claiming she had no recollection of ever speaking with me. Perhaps I'm going crazy, or perhaps this goes deeper than I ever expected. This Guardian Life is a presentation of the Last City Public Radio, music created by Kevin MacLeod. A special thanks to the Future War Cult for providing studio space, Lord Shax for providing additional voices, and the Sweeperbot for all that he does for us.
All right, that was our pal. I'm the Blue Ranger. The Derp fam is not real, apparently.
I didn't realize that phone call had anything to do with this skit. I thought he was just having a bad day, but
I know he said he
or just
he's
messing
call
with
Cyborg,
me.
And I'm like, what is he even gonna say to this? This is about as random as it gets. I can't believe he's trying to prove that the Derp fam is fake.
Well, I think the Derp fam can do a good job at showing that they're real.
That's
of
funny.
course. Anyways,
funny dude.
This Guardian Life, I think we'll see more of that.
Yes.
If not on the show, look out for Blue Ranger's Twitter and YouTube. He did a good job.
Very good. We got a couple little nuggets here of news, actually.
Yeah, not as much like news from Bungie, but a couple things going on.
Yeah. Randomly, people were chatting a little bit last week. Xur didn't have any 3 of coins. That was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Last week or this week.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't this week either. Yeah. What is that about? You know, stuff like that. It's so funny when you're deep into Destiny like we are. You're like, what does it mean? Something had to mess. Somebody had to mess with the code. They're changing something.
Last week it seemed like a mistake, and then it happened again this week. And my only explanation would be that, something was off and everybody's gone, so they can't fix it right now.
Fix it.
Well, this is not a high priority to call somebody into work.
Xur is supposed to be random.
Mm-hmm.
It's randomized. So he's randomly not selling 3 coins.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. But, it stinks because if you have, like, a bunch of new players, like, this would be maybe their first Xur. Like, if they got this game for Christmas and he doesn't have any 3 of coins, that stinks.
It does. Well, it does for me right now. I'm out on Xbox. I don't have any, and I'm trying to get high once I try to get higher than 385,
Right. I needed some on PS4. I have a little bit left, but I'm like, I'm going to run out. This is going to stink. So hopefully next week he'll sell some 3 coins again.
They'll be back in the office. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Nobody's remoting into the server and updating his code. They're all on holiday.
Right. And then if you're paying attention to your presents, your dawning presents, there was a special one. I think it was like called the Box of Fortune or Gift of Fortune or something. And every Guardian or every character gets a little fortune-telling note from that present. And there's a whole bunch of different ones. Some of them were kind of funny.
This was interesting, man. The community was running with this for a little bit.
This is a funny one. Shax will inevitably shout at you.
Yeah, that was a classic random one. There, of course, immediate speculation on if some of these were talking about future content, Destiny 2. What could this mean? For example, wasn't there one about the Traveler waking again? Where is it?
I'm trying to find that one. I haven't found that one yet. Somebody mentioned it.
There is... The speaker will dream of beautiful and terrible things.
Yeah.
You will not be forgotten.
When all is lost, you will still be a guardian and you will still be enough.
This one, I think this hints a lot to Destiny 2. You will demolish your sparrow at high speed.
That's a good one.
This was fun, though. I mean, even if it's leading to nothing, which it really kind of seems like some of them are. Bungie always has a plan, right?
Right.
At least with this kind of stuff.
When all is lost, you will still be a guardian and you will still be enough.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they always like to do a little bit of teasing here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But, so there's not a whole lot of other news. I mean, Bungie took off from their regular communication schedule since it's the holidays. So I'm hoping when they come back and everybody sells back in next week that they've got a plan for what's next. We've got a lot to look forward to in 2017, but they haven't told us what it is.
Right. I think in the next TWAB or two, we might get some sort of...
Just point us in the right direction.
Yes, some sort of teasing layout of some such plan.
Tell us anything. I'll take it. Mm-hmm. I'll take table scraps at this point. But, it's a quiet time in Destiny. I think, a lot of people are taking breaks and kind of just trying to be patient, see what's coming next. I'm not going to get too wound up in it, but it'll be nice if we come back and get some news next week.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we've got a fun main topic this week. But guys, we always tell you in the speak pipes to send us questions and stuff you're thinking about and shout outs and stuff like that. But hey, if you got a main topic idea, I don't think we've said this in a while, Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
Email it to us.
Yeah.
It may be the main topic. We can make it the main topic. Speaking of these times of Destiny drought, slight drought.
Ooh, I found another fortune. Before we move on. You will travel to new places and make new friends.
Yes.
That's the one right there.
I can't find the one about the Traveler
I can't
waking.
Either.
I really thought I read that one. Hopefully I'm not completely making that up.
No. Anyways, sorry.
All good. Let's
talk about main topic. So yeah, if you've got a great main topic or an idea,
send it our way.
Send it our way. Yep. But let's talk about the new year,
2017.
That's right. So what we wanted to talk about was this is an inside joke. We're gonna do thrice of three. 3 things we're gonna do for both of us.
Pertains to
3 things we want from Destiny in 2017, and then we're gonna mention 3 things that we want to do in Destiny in 2017, and then 3 things we want to do to challenge ourselves personally in 2017. You ready?
And you guys, if you want to interact, tweet at us one for each of these. Give us your top one for each of these categories. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Get a little conversation going.
Let us know what your 3s are.
At Destiny Reset.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how are we doing this? Yours,
we'll just take
mine,
turns.
Yeah.
You want to go first, or I'll go first?
Well,
or you want to do it
same time? You want to try it?
Yeah.
You want to count it down like how we start the show, or you just want to try to wing, just say it at the same time?
All right. 3 things we want from Destiny in 2017.
Destiny 2. Nice. Oh, I thought we were both gonna say it, man. What?
That's the top of my list too.
I thought we were gonna try to say it at the same time.
You're making it really complicated.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, of course.
Yes, number 1. Sorry, that one was kind of
number 1 on my list. All right, what's your number 2?
Number 2. I hope to see them lay out, and this is okay. Granted, this is kind of more so post Destiny 2, because I don't know how much we're going to see between now and then. But I've mentioned it a few times on the show. I've been really pleased with the trickling of live events and content since Rise of Iron dropped. At first, it seems like it was too much at once, and then it seemed like maybe for a split second it wasn't enough. But when I stop right now and just think back since Rise of Iron launched, even with what Rise of Iron, it's not as much as the Taken King. Between Iron Banner, Trials, Hard Mode, Challenge Mode, The Dawning, Festival of the Lost, I hope that they do the timing of content, like layout and dishing it out very efficiently like they've done. I think they've learned a lot as far as keeping us busy with, especially when you consider with what they have right now. Mm-hmm. If they give us full-blown Destiny 2 and they've got DLC packs planned and stuff, which, of course, then we're going to be stretching into 2018. But I'm really impressed with what they have with Rise of Iron, how they've kind of strategically laid it out over the last few months. Yeah. So, anyways, long-winded, but there you go.
Okay, so my number 2 is I would like to see the active part of the Destiny community to grow. And that might be asking for a lot, but what I hope is that new Guardians continue to come in, that we continue to see more people playing this game. Fresh faces, I think, are important for any community. And,
definitely,
not just the Derp fam, but, all of the Destiny community. So that's a hope in 2017. And I think especially if we have Destiny 2, we have a really good chance of that. And we have a great chance of a lot of people coming back that haven't played the game in a while.
Mm-hmm. I remember,
so I look forward to that.
Like way back after Destiny had been out for a little while, 6 months, I remember hearing on several podcasts, like, when it was kind of rough, they were kind of learning, shooting out some patches. It was a bit grindy, not much story. And people were saying, they got a lot of people to buy this game with the hype that was with it. And, I heard a lot that, they're not going to be able to do that with Destiny 2. People are burnt and they're not going to come back to the game. And kind of when you think about that and look at it now and what they've done, and I guess some people may see Destiny 2 and be like, oh, I tried Destiny, I'm not gonna. But I really think, I hope you're right, and people see it, and, they give it a shot, and we just, of course, hopefully see the community just continue to grow and grow.
I wouldn't underestimate how forgiving people are. Mm-hmm. And I just think that even if somebody played Destiny and they left at some point, a lot of people played long enough to get a feel for what they liked. Mm-hmm. And if they see Destiny 2 come out, see that they're doing something different or better, I think that we have a really good chance of winning some hearts and minds back.
I think you're right.
Game, and hopefully Bungie's smart. They probably see that opportunity to bring people back and even to bring in new players. So I think that there's a great chance that a lot of people are going to come back. So what's your number 3?
Number 3, I've never mentioned this ever before, not even on the very last episode.
Okay.
Just big fat kidding there. I want to see, with the launch of Destiny 2, a tower card game.
Dude, I would just be so happy if you got your wish there.
Just because you want it, or you don't want to hear me mention it again? Because
I would be down. I would play the heck out of this game.
That'd be fun, just to sit down at a table together at the tower and play some cards.
Oh yeah.
Just give us a Destiny version of Blackjack.
It'll give my friends things to do when I'm managing my vault.
There you go. Yeah, no, I've heard about that. Darth has told me all about that. In Crimson.
I have a problem. Well,
yours.
I had a number 3, and I have to change it now.
Oh, you're gonna do
more
that.
More vault space.
Oh, you're gonna do that.
Whether
he is literally
they get rid of the vault in Destiny 2, or we keep it around, I need 1,000 spaces, please, in my vault.
I think we're gonna keep adopting the kiosk format and the
shoot for the stars, folks.
Questing, and
I need
some way Well, it's it's like I heard on another podcast this week. It's never going to be enough. So
no,
they know that they got to figure out another solution.
Yeah, we need a better system. But in the time being, can you please just double what I have at the moment?
We said that how many months
Pretty
ago?
please.
Just double it.
Just double it.
All right,
That'll
what's
be something
next?
to look forward to. So, all right, those were things we want from Destiny. Next up is things that we want to do in Destiny in 2017. So, just in general, like things that you want to still achieve in the game. So I'll start off since you started the last one.
Yes, sir.
I want to max my Grimoire score out.
You would want to do that
in 27. That's like a thing for me. I've always
That's cool.
Been chasing that.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily want to max my Grimoire, but I do want to finally take the time to go ghost hunting. I still have yet to actually fully officially do that because going to get like 2 ghosts and then stopping doesn't really count.
If you go like on a long hunt, like a long night, it's fun because you get to see all these little nooks and crannies that you never explored.
Some instrumental music like I like to do anyways and just go hunt for ghosts.
Yeah. Well, nice. All right. So number 2, I would like to go to the lighthouse more regularly.
Very cool.
It's just going to take some steady, practice and more work, I think, from me to do that. So, but that's a goal I have. I'd like to be more competitive in trials.
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of funny. We balance each other so well because you've kind of taken a little break from PvP, not like break, but you're just not spending as much time in there. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm not spending much time in PvE. So maybe don't do that, dude, because then we're not going to balance each other out very well,
I'm going to do what I want, whatever.
Do what you want. Okay. I would like to experiment more with different weapons in PvP. I got to put down that no land, man.
I think you're getting spoiled.
I love it. I love that no land. And as soon as it's that classic, you got your favorite weapon. As soon as I feel like a gun didn't perform the way that I wanted it to, I get my comfort zone back out. And you gotta keep that other weapon out and learn how to use it and have a good time. That's what I'm doing with The Last Word right now. I loved that gun back in the day, so I'm trying to get good.
I really
with it again.
admire players that can play well regardless of what you put in their hands.
Exactly.
Really shows their mastery of the game.
Yep.
It's one thing to be really good at one loadout, but to be able to excel, in any situation, it's like really impressive to me.
It's like tonight I didn't have any infusion fuel for my shotgun. So I had been infusing my 1,000 yard so that I could use it in strikes. Well, I had to run Hawksaw, which I have not ran hardly at all on PS4 anywhere, any console. And I ran Hawksaw, 1,000 yard, and dude, it was great.
Hawksaw was solid, man.
Melting people with that gun.
Oh, yeah.
Never really given it much time, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I need to use different guns.
Definitely.
All right.
Well, that's great, man. I look forward to seeing you round yourself out. I mean, you're a solid player. I'd like to see you get better in different situations,
Thanks, buddy. You'll pull up the stream next weekend, and I'll have an LB out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you probably will. Let's be honest. We're giving ourselves all year. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
right?
it's all year. Why do it next weekend?
Yeah, it doesn't have to start right away. For me, which is something I've kind of started, but I really want to, and when I say master, what I mean is I want to become more comfortable with each class and each subclass.
Cool.
And, I've started really branching out at the end of this year. I've played a lot more on my Titan. Been playing a good bit in my Hunter. But this is, in PvE and PvP for both of those classes. Just get out of my comfort level and learn their toolbox, so to speak, as many people call it, and get good with it. Find out, what I like. And I think it's going to help me be a better player all around. Just to understand how to play against those classes and how to excel in be more flexible in a team. And so that's something I'm looking forward to.
That's a good one, man.
Myself out.
See, that made me think an honorable mention for me would be to teach myself the ways of the PvE versions of the subclasses. So like I've gotten so rusty with that side of it. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. So you could teach me the ways again.
We'll work on it together.
All right. My number 3 is very simple. Play on Xbox more.
I can get behind that.
Yes. I wanna play with more of the Dirt fam on the Xbox side. So
telling you, man, we just need a dedicated night.
Xbox night, PlayStation night.
Yeah. Got to do it.
I like
we'll
that.
Set it up. All right. So to finish this up, the third of 3, 3 things we want to do to challenge ourselves personally in 2017. So this is outside the game. So just us as people. So why don't you kick this off? Number 1.
All right. You strategize to make me go first on this one. No. All right. This is kind of very vague, broad. I would like to get myself motivated to study and learn a little bit more, challenge myself with random things to become more knowledgeable. I'm kind of a nerd, dude. Like, I like to watch documentaries. I do like to read, but I don't make much time for it. And I really like, the reason I like documentaries is because, like, I love a good TV show, but when I watch a documentary, I'm like, I'm learning something right now, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I
love history.
Yeah. And I love to just read and research things, you know? I actually it's funny, I just thought about this the other day and I did not put this on the list. To branch even deeper into this one for me, I actually really kind of want to take a writing class because it's not one of my strong, I mean, I can get pretty creative in my writing, but when it comes to like grammar and proper punctuation and stuff like that, math was kind of more my thing. So I actually would like to take a course to write.
You need a good English 1010 and 1020.
Yeah, there you go. How long has it been since we've been in school?
So that's a good one, though, man. That's good.
What about you?
So my number 1 is I want to produce more content outside of what we do here. So whether that ends up equating to streaming or writing or heck, who knows? There's a lot that I could try to tackle. I'm going to figure out what it is, but in some way in 2017, you're going to see more of Cyborg somewhere. That's my goal.
Cyborgio.
Yeah. So
that's cool, man. I like that.
Thanks.
Let me know if I can help in any way, man.
I will.
Number 2. I played the trombone in high school, and I played the drums in college.
Yeah.
I love music, absolutely love music. At some point, I would like to, possibly with my kiddo and or wife, learn how to play the piano. I know it's a lifelong lesson, but the piano is fascinating to me. I would like to make some more time to play instruments again. I haven't made a lot of time to play an instrument, so.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
That's awesome.
Number 2.
One day you'll have to play me a song.
Maybe I can do that while you're eating the rest of your steak when we meet in person. We'll go to a piano
serenade me?
bar. There you go.
This is turning into romantic.
It is, right? If Blue Ranger's listening this week,
romantic.
We about sent it over the edge for him last week, so this is we got to keep it going here.
Things are getting real romantic in here. My number 2 is something that I always try to work on, but I'm going to put some serious effort into this year, is I want to be a better dad and a better husband.
Excellent.
Because I love my wife, I love my son, and I want to do better by them. You know, I don't want to shoot myself down. Like I take good care of them and I
You're
give
a good
them
dad,
attention. Yeah, I don't think I'm bad. But I want to be better.
Challenge yourself like anything else.
Yeah. I want to have more patience.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, man. Because I'm fully with you on this one. Like, just have patience and be that role model and
And these are just things that I've learned about myself that I know I can do better. Is be more patient with my toddler, because that's hard. And I want to take more initiative to improve my relationship with my son and with my wife, as opposed to being, passive about it. I want to create opportunities to, spend more time with them, or to create an opportunity to teach my son something, or create an opportunity to be more intimate with my wife in some way. As opposed to, just being passive and let those things happen as they may. I think there's something to be said for just going out of your way to improve a relationship. So that's something that I'm going to make a concerted effort towards this year, and that I hope that it will be fruitful for me.
That's awesome, dude. I like that.
Thank you.
I agree. Very cool.
So what's your number 3?
Number 3. We're going back off of the more serious ones. I just like to stream more. I love hanging out with the Dirt Fam. I love playing Destiny and video games, and it's fun to hang out with everyone while we do that. So I hope
you should
to stream more. Yeah,
everybody enjoys your stream.
Maybe Blue Ranger would leave me alone. Maybe a face cam.
Maybe a face cam.
Maybe a webcam. I don't know. Maybe.
If you don't do it in like the next week, I'm going to start giving you a regular hard time.
Yeah, I don't mean to tease. There's no teasing. I just...
that was just me messing with you to get you to do it.
I'm so nervous. No.
Being self-conscious.
All right, number 3 for you, bro.
Number 3 is I want to read more.
Read more.
I do read, and I probably get through like 2 or 3 books a month. But I'd like to get through
dude.
I do okay.
Some people
what's
would
helped
call that reading a lot.
Yeah, what's helped big time is Audacity. Because I spend a good amount of time in the car, and so the ability to listen to a book is huge. But some books you got to sit down and study and read on paper, you know. But for me, like, to get the knowledge and the self-improvement I want, like, I want to be getting through like a book a week at least. So I'm gonna, and then I'll go through a period where I'll read like a couple books, and then like a week or 2 will pass and I haven't read anything. So for me, like, my purpose is to be regular and habitual about it, and basically get through 50 books this year. So
nice, dude. I like that.
That's my goal.
Do you feel like, I love to read, but I feel like sometimes I land on the best time for me to read is when I'm kind of settling down to go to bed. But then I fall asleep in like a minute and a half watching TV, much less reading a book. So then I don't end up making it very far. Do you feel like video games have made it harder to read? Like, as far as keeping you
keeping
engaged?
Your attention and
I think sometimes I wonder about that.
That's possible, but for many years, if I start reading at night, I'll get drowsy, and that may have something to do with it. The attention.
Video games just keep us engaged and interacting, you know, and it's like you, I like to read, but if I like sit down and read, if I stop moving, dude, I fall asleep. So if I start reading, it's like I'm enjoying it, but it's just so relaxing that I just
I've had better success either reading early in the morning, even for like 15 minutes, or keeping a book. If it's something I'm reading on paper, keep a book with me. And if I'm like eating lunch and I have like an actual point where I can stop, like, and take a break, then I'll bust that out and get through as many pages as I can. And I find it's kind of like you want to do it when you have your best faculties about you, like your energy is still high,
Right.
And
Not
I find
right
that I
after
get
lunch.
I find I get a lot more out of reading if I do that. Now, I can read fiction at night for hours, but not nonfiction. I think it's because I guess it kind of works out a certain part of my brain that, your imagination, it kind of keeps me engaged. But if I'm reading nonfiction, man, 10 minutes, I'm like falling asleep.
Some of my friends, and some people can read like they're playing a video game. It just keeps them completely engaged. Their mind is racing, and it's like I don't come across that a ton when I'm reading. I enjoy it just as much, but I still may fall asleep.
Yeah. See, that's how it is for me with fiction. Like, if I get into a good fiction book, I'll read for hours, and it could be any time of day, but not the stuff that I'm normally reading, which is nonfiction, like study.
Well, like you said, I like to have a physical book a lot of times too in front of me. Like, I printed off a massive chunk of the grimoire so that I could actually have it in front of me to read.
Oh, nice.
And like, I am one of those people that will reread a paragraph like 4 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways.
Well, either way, we've both committed to doing that more and better. So we're going to figure out ways to make it happen,
do that? Yes.
It's got to start somewhere.
Derp Famine listeners, if you want, tweet at Destiny Reset and tell us maybe one of each of these that you think that you want to do.
Something you want from Destiny, something you want to do in Destiny, and then something you're going to do to challenge yourself in 2017.
I like it.
Yeah. So, speaking of challenging, so we've got some Derp Fam feels for you guys, but they're not feels from us or from you, the Derp Fam.
We did that last week.
That's right. This week,
or I guess 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. This week we have messages from some of our friends. And so you're going to hear a number of messages from friends of DRP and guests and all kinds of folks that are important to us that we've asked to just say hi to you guys, and also to issue you each a challenge. So without further ado,
I'm excited.
Kick it off.
Yeah, let's cue it up.
Yo, Derp Fam, Arrow Knight, Cyborg Sasquatch. How the heck are you guys? I'm the Blue Ranger. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show, giving me an opportunity to get to know your community. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I've loved getting to know all of you in the Discord because I know you're real. That was just a big joke. Please understand that. I know you guys are real. I hope you enjoyed the skit. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, and I wish you all the happiest of New Year's. And in this new year, I think it is worthy of a challenge. I challenge all of you to go out and try at least 4 flavors of Jell-O that you haven't had before. I know you can do it. I've seen this Derp Fam do some crazy stuff. Thanks so much for involving me, guys. I look forward to what the next year has to bring.
Hey everyone, what's up? Derp Fam, Destiny Reset Podcast. It's Bones from Crucible Radio. You might know me, but I know these guys, Arrow and Cyborg, because we go way back. We are podcast brothers. They started doing this show really soon after Crucible Radio. And that's crazy, man. We've been around for a minute. We've been doing a lot of episodes on these shows, and it's been awesome. I love the consistency, and I love knowing you guys through it all. I mean, you guys were 2 of the first people I knew when I really got to become a part of this community, and you showed support for Crucible Radio so early on, and I love you for that. And it's been fun knowing you guys. It's been a crazy year. 2016 has really been pretty interesting. I mean, being part of this Destiny world can be funny, can be awesome, can be confusing, frustrating, dramatic, all sorts of things. There's so much going on all the time, even when the game isn't changing. But that's why we're here, right? That's why we're still playing Destiny after all these years. It's so weird to say, but it's because of this world and this community and the friends we've made. And I've made a lot of friends, and it's awesome knowing you guys, and it's awesome knowing the Derp Fam. So going into 2017, I think we have a lot of opportunity to do better, to make it a better year as a community, as a game, as people. So I'm looking forward to that. Not to say that we messed up in 2016 as a wash. I just mean we always have room to get better. always. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to what the next year brings for Destiny and for this community. So my challenge to all of you is to adapt. Whatever comes your way in life, in this game, sometimes things happen that you didn't expect, that you didn't want to happen. Change happens. The only way you're going to keep going and make it through and keep feeling good about it is to adapt. Take on change, embrace it, and adapt to it. Like I always say, use whatever, don't apologize. So that's my challenge. And again, Cyborg, Arrow, it's been a pleasure. I love you guys. I owe you both some drinks. I look forward to the next time we get to hang out. And hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Happy New Year. Enjoy 2017. Keep on keeping on. I love y'all. Have a good one.
Hey, what's up, DRP fam? This is Fallout Plays here to wish all of you a happy and awesome new year. 2016 was kind of a rocky ride, but Destiny has come such a long way, the community has come such a long way, so here's to 2017 and all the good stuff that the new year will hopefully bring. Here's a challenge I have for some of you in the community in the new year, and that challenge is to have more confidence in yourself and what you can do. I've played with a lot of people who were almost getting in their own way. They didn't think they'd ever be able to get to the lighthouse, didn't think they'd ever be able to get better as a player, yada yada yada. And they all ended up surprising themselves when they finally made whatever it was happen that they didn't think they could do. This doesn't even have to be about video games. Just have more confidence in yourself in everything that you do, keep a positive attitude, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. Happy 2017 Destiny Reset. Here's to a good new year.
Happy New Year, DRP fam! I'm Goose from Destiny Item Manager, and we've had a great 2016. This year brought several new features to DIM, such as Loadout Builder to gear up Guardians for the Crucible, Farming Mode to help us survive the Great Green Engram Flood, and we've ended the new year on a high note as we've released an early beta of DIM for iOS and Android web browsers. We certainly haven't slowed down our efforts to strengthen Year 3 Guardians, so let's look forward to 2017 together. Many of the contributors to DIM consider themselves makers, so it's our challenge to you for 2017 to bring more DIY into your life. If something's broken, take it apart and learn how it works. When you're ready, search YouTube to see how someone can diagnose and repair it. Prolonging the life of the things that we own keeps them out of landfills, can save you money, and leave you with handy knowledge you can use the next time somebody asks, how does this work? From everyone at Destiny Item Manager, have a safe and happy new year.
Welcome, Guardians, to 2017. I'm X-Ray441, and I am a host on the Ghost Stories podcast, a podcast about the lore of Destiny. I had a great 2016. Our podcast did really well. We had some fun guests. I was a guest on an episode of the Destiny Reset podcast, which I'm thankful for and loved it, had a great time. Was also lucky enough to go to the Missouri meetup for the Derp Fam. Got to meet some great Derp Fam members, and Arrow Knight being one of them. Scorio hosted. It was such a great time. I can't wait for the next one. But in 2017, I want to challenge all of you Guardians to think about what it means to pay it forward. And I don't mean necessarily giving people things, but being better to people, helping people out. There's going to be some new Guardians that we're going to run into that are going to be lost. They weren't lucky enough to experience the first 2 years of Destiny. We need to educate them, tell them what it was about, tell them how it was, let them know that we had some rough times. And if you're one of those new Guardians, look for some veterans out there, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You never know when somebody will say, yes, I want to help. And help people out. I've seen a lot of giving and a lot of generosity throughout this holiday season, and I want to keep it going all year round. I don't think we should limit it to December, the last month of the year. I think we should always try to give back and always try to help out. So that's my challenge. Do your best. We try to do our best, and can't wait to see you guys in the tower. Derp Fam, Arrow Knight, Cyborg, thanks again, and we'll see you Starside.
What is happening, Derp Fam? This is N64 Josh from the Lootcast, wanting to wish you a happy new year and I have a challenge for you for 2017. I challenge you to create something. Maybe a video, maybe something that you draw or paint, maybe you write, maybe you play music. Create something to share with the Destiny community. And when you do, I want you to hit me up on Twitter at N64Josh so that I can retweet that thing for you and we can get more eyes on it. All right, so that's my challenge to you. Create something awesome. Have a great year, guys.
Man, it takes me back to the last holiday episode.
I know.
So many friends, so much family. The community is amazing.
Yeah. It's nice to for all these folks to take the time to do this for us this week, and so we thank you, each of you, for that.
Thank you so much.
And we thank all of you for the time you spent with us, playing games or tweeting or emails or coming on the show or helping us with a stream, and just all the generous ways that you've spent our time with me and Arrow Knight and our community. We thank you for that this year.
Yeah, and then also extend it out to the listeners in the Dirt Fam, man. It's like, you just think about it. I think I was just thinking about it today. Because of this game, you and I know each other. So many people know each other and are friends, and we have all these speak pipes and all the emails and all the things you're mentioning that we get. And it is really something special, something cool.
Definitely is, and I'm looking forward to growing all of these relationships this year.
Mm-hmm. I love when we get the message, of all the random neat messages we get, in a review or something. It'll say, "Thank you for entertaining me on my commute to work." Or, you know what I mean? And it just hits us in the right spot. It's like, that's cool, man, because we're just two dudes talking about a game, and we're all friends and we're all family, and it's just neat, I don't know. It's cool, man. Just, you got to move on. I'm gonna start crying, man.
Pump the brake on the feels, please.
All right, where can
I
they
wasn't
find
prepared
you?
for that.
Where can they find you? Where can they find you? Move on.
You can find me at Cyborg Sasquatch on Twitter and on Twitch. What about you?
You can find me on Twitter at The Arrow Knight, and Twitch and YouTube, it's just Arrow Knight.
Awesome. Finally, you can find us at Destiny Reset on Twitter. And then you can also find us on the World Wide Web at www.destinyresetpodcast.com. That's our website. It's your source for all things Destiny Reset. If you need a link for anything, you can find it there. Just bring it up in your browser, and you've got everything Destiny Reset right in front of you.
Right there.
Yep.
There may be, we're continuing to grow, so there may be some more sub-clans on the way this year.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of stuff. Exciting.
Lots in store for 2017.
Yes. We got a couple iTunes reviews that were made in 2016, but leading off in the announced 2017, the Chiller Dude. And I don't know who this is, not the Blue Ranger. Thank you guys for those reviews.
It's definitely not the Blue Ranger. So
no, must be the Green Ranger. By the way, I saw the trailer for that movie when I went to see Rogue One.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about movies at the end of the show every week. Rogue One. Let's just say I might go see it again this weekend.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, no spoilers. 9
totally
out of 10.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Dude,
but,
that one scene at the end.
Oh, I saw something somewhere, dude, it just mentioned a scene. And it was like, when this scene happened, and it was one of those, I went and saw the movie, and I'm like, man, this movie's so good. Like, it's so good. And I kind of forgotten about it. And then when that scene happened,
cherry on
that was
Sunday,
the scene.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you're a Star Wars fan.
Yep.
But the tangent that started this all, the preview before it, did you have your Power Rangers trailer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen that trailer yet.
Oh, okay.
It may be the
I'd
only one they have because I haven't went out to see it.
It looks pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about the Power Rangers. I had a little phase as a kid where like thought Power Rangers were cool. And then I've seen some toys, in some of our kiddos magazines and stuff of Power Rangers, and I forgot about like the transforming dinosaur part of it, and then they all like transform into one big robot, Remember all that?
The Zords.
Yes. So anyways, I think it's going to be kind of cool. So
I'm going to see it.
All of this started from some random, well, we got to give a shout out again to Chiller Dude. Really appreciate the review. And then some random Not the Blue Ranger guy. I don't know who that is.
Yes. Thank you for the iTunes reviews.
Thank you guys.
If you feel so inclined, please leave us one. Give us your honest review, and we'd appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Great show, dude. Great
show. Good show. First one of 2017 in the bag.
Done.
We've got a good 77 more in us. I don't know. I do.
Right.
I know we're going to break 100 this year. That's going to be fun.
That's crazy.
Looking forward to that.
Break 100.
That's right.
All right, man. Until next week. We're not off next week, dude. Have fun playing Destiny, and take care, Guardians.